Yo, welcome to episode 2 of Random Album Review. I'm your resident K-pop stan, Brian.
I'm Larry.
And how the show works is each week, Larry and I will alternate between each other choosing an album for the other person to listen to for the first time. Yeah, then we'll discuss it for you all to listen to. You know, how it goes, just like last week. So,
Exactly.
Larry,
Yes.
the album. That's your first K-pop album, huh?
It was well. So obviously, I've heard K-pop music in the past, like just in passing, being out in public, or I mean, obviously, you and I have hung out plenty of times, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what you listen to in your car, and it's your car, your music. And
I agree with that
there's been some
wholeheartedly.
songs in the past. I do not remember the artist, but if you remember Honey,
Oh, that's by Lei Zhang,
incredible.
former EXO member.
Um, But yeah, my first ever time listening to a K-pop album front to back. Uh, a lot of fun. It's the best way I could describe it is it feels like club music. Like it just feels like dance music. It's good. It's
Yeah.
fun. It's enjoyable. Um, Different, obviously, from my music taste, but there's nothing wrong with that. I do enjoy it.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, whenever I listen to K-pop music, it depends. It depends on my mood, obviously. Like for example, this album, "Unforgiven" by SSERAFIM. Um, it's usually I usually listen to it when I want to get having a good time, want to chill, want to have fun, dance a bit maybe on my own, so no one sees. But it's just is what it is. There are different subgenres, I guess. There's like sad vocal
Yeah,
ones, there's like sad beats and all that kind of stuff, obviously. But I think in my opinion, this album has most of those. I mean,
yeah. It has
given.
its ups. It has its downs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, And I know this is something I'm not trying to jump ahead here, but I know this is something we'll talk about. But impurities specifically,
Yeah.
as I looked through the translation, impurities is it's a very powerful song. It's kind of soul crushing,
Mm-hmm.
very
It's a
real.
very
Um,
very real and strong.
yeah, and
Hits your heart really hard.
oh yeah, and there's more songs that are a little bit more upbeat, a little bit more uptune. There's
Mm-hmm.
and you'll know exactly what I'm saying when I say it. There's a few songs that have a really strong horn presence in the background, and I love it.
Oh yeah.
It's so much
Mm-hmm.
fun for me.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
just great.
Yeah. That's the thing I like about K-pop, though, right? Like, you mainly listen to like what rock, sometimes mainly rock, right?
Rock,
Maybe.
rap,
Mm.
alt. Yeah, I mean it
Yeah.
for the
Like,
most part.
yeah. I mean, like most rap beats, to be honest, here are just 808s and drums and bass, right?
Sure, yeah,
Rock is the classic bass, guitar, drum, you know, supporting vocal.
sure, yeah,
K-pop, I mean, obviously there are like genres. There's K-rock, which is just basically rock, but there's also like K-pop. The K-pop like itself, they use like a lot of beats, like a lot of like I think it was like either earlier this year or maybe the end of last year. A lot of like not a lot, but like a few big groups started using like sampling like classical songs, like classical musical pieces, and put them into their songs. For example, it's not Lisa Serafim, but Blackpink, they have a song called "Shut Down," and they use Paganini's song, which I cannot forget. I cannot remember the name. Sorry,
I
but
mean, hey, it
yeah,
happens.
but yeah. So Larry, I'm looking at the album right now. There are 13 songs on here. If we
Yes,
subtract the three
interludes.
interludes, right? Just 10 songs out of the 10 songs. Which got any favorites? Got any least favorites?
Um, so I really enjoy Fearless. Fearless was very. In my notes I literally just wrote, Fearless is a strong song to begin. It is a bop. It
Mm.
gets you going. It gets you moving. Um, Blue Flame was another good one. It has a really strong bass line in it.
Blue Flame's very good too. Yes,
My only issue, I just wish it was just a little bit faster. I think.
that's fair.
But I would say definitely by far, and this is something you and I had talked about before. But Impurities is probably my favorite song. Um,
Hmm.
that's the one,
Very
that
empowering song.
yeah,
One that
it
like
just
it gets to you. It gets to you
it
when you read
does.
the lyrics. So,
I'm a sucker for hard lyrics. I
mm,
really am. Like, just say words to me that are just gonna like punch me in the stomach a few times. Just
punch me in the stomachs. Yeah. Uh, if
I
you were
wouldn't
wondering, oh, go ahead.
I wouldn't say I necessarily had like a least favorite song. I felt like every song was strong in their own ways. Um,
Hmm.
I mean, if I could choose an interlude, it would probably be one of the interludes, just because I mean, like that's the nature of an interlude. But
Hmm.
if I had to choose an actual song, um, I was thinking probably maybe Unforgiven. I don't know.
Oh no, not the title track,
I
man. I'm
know, I
joking. Go
know.
ahead.
It just to me the way it sounded, it and just in my opinion, it sounded the most like a modern American pop song with the beat and the way the song sounds. And there's
Hmm.
not necessarily anything wrong with that, but it's just not for me. I really do not
Hmm.
like modern American pop. I've never
Yeah.
really been a big fan of pop music in general, but um, the thing with pop music is pop music is ever changing because it's just what's popular. So,
Yeah.
um,
So
but go ahead.
yeah. In case you were wondering, right? Don't know you would. I've got a few favorite songs on here. Given that's my album. I think my top favorite has to be Anti Fragile.
Okay.
It's I don't know, I just like the song. Beat got me hooked. I like listened to it once. I thought I didn't like it. Turned out a few hours later during like work, it was just playing in my head. I was like, oh, shit. Oh, not again.
Run it back.
But yeah, no, I was like, oh man, it just it just played. It's just like it's stuck in my head.
That's
Impurities is obviously one of them.
yeah.
I mean, as we spoke before, one that like it doesn't have any streams on Spotify, but I watched like one of their concert videos and they performed it live. It's called No Return into the Unknown.
Yeah.
I just like the sound of it. It sounded nice, which is why I thought.
Sure.
Um, Least favorite? I don't got one.
Yeah.
Unless you count the interludes, but I don't really
Yeah.
got one.
That's fair. And like I
I
said,
wouldn't be able to choose one either. So
I really did feel like every song was strong in its own way. My only thing with Unforgiven was it just sounds too much like modern American pop and just nah.
yeah, that's fair. All right. So think about our songs here. Impurities, right? It's
Yes.
our the one that links us together in this.
Mhm.
Um, would you any lyrics stand out to you? If not, I have some right here. I'm ready.
Go ahead cuz you're probably going to say the ones that I'm thinking of,
Hmm.
but go ahead.
Just to preface our audience here, the song when you read the lyrics is like more about empowering you as a person, I guess. Everyone has their own like, everyone has their own like sense of how they are,
Yes.
specifically like how they are in a relationship. You know, like if you're in a relationship, you want to show the best for, you want to show your best foot or your best body for the person that you are with. However, like that ends up you want to hide your impurities, given the song name. You the song reading the lyrics here seems like it's about showing your flaws and imperfections to your significant other.
Yeah,
Show
it's
show be you can be vulnerable and honest in a relationship,
yeah,
which
it
is important.
it definitely when I was reading through, it's definitely about not wanting to be afraid to show your true self because one, don't hide who you are because everybody's special for a reason. Um, but also specifically hiding yourself like that in a relationship from somebody that you're so committed to and you're supposed to be emotionally open with.
Hmm.
Um, so we're back. Sorry, I made a mistake. I didn't realize that my name and Brian's name down there, they weren't there for the first part of the video. We were untitled people, but we're back, and we're just gonna keep going. So, Brian,
All right. So, um, yeah, it's been available. It's been like a second jump for you guys. It's been like 5 minutes for us.
just right back
Back
to it.
to back to Impurities. I'll go with some lyrics here. So I think it's just straight up the bridge. The bridge starts with what my blood runs red with red. My blood red desires deepening. Don't know where to take me. My wishes. I'm beautiful with my scratches just because it's what I am.
Hmm.
Power stronger in adversity. I'm not afraid of the overwhelming shadow. Kind of really, kind of really shows they're talking about like doesn't matter it doesn't matter what's wrong with you or like what's okay with you or what you don't have or what you have. Be yourself. That's just the best way to do it.
It's all
Show
about
your
it's all about being yourself, being you. Don't hide anything because there's no reason to. There's nothing wrong with it.
no
Be
no
be you.
like Yunjin says here. Power stronger in adversity. I mean,
Exactly.
the more different you are, the more stronger you are. Like there's I don't know the rough number, but I'm not a scientist either, so there's like 100% chance that there's not no one person that's exactly like you in every single way possible.
Yeah,
So
statistically, like impossible.
yeah, but yeah, I like the song purely because it just is just like it's empowering yourself. Usually, we have songs everywhere empowering women, empowering people of LGBT, all those types of songs. But not, we have we have songs empowering ourselves too. But it's just like more of a like be who you are, and that's just kind of the other thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Don't really
there's
like everything.
there's no reason to change anything. Just be
Yeah,
you, live your life, be happy, do what makes you happy. Don't hide what makes you happy. Stuff like that.
yeah.
So it's a good way to live.
It's a very good way to live, and I tried to live that way, but I failed multiple times. So I'm still living. Uh, all right. You guys might have noticed in the background of my room that I have these really nice shoes in the corner of my room, right? But
Oh,
aside from
now
those,
he's gonna flex. Okay.
they're the same color as this album right here that I have that I spent a copious amount of money on. It was like $25, maybe.
Oh, that's
Anyway,
not
it
that
is
bad.
the Unforgiven album by SSERAFIM, as you can see. It's backwards on my Discord, but I don't know what it looks like on his cam. But
It looks normal.
it's just it should look somewhat similar to the one down there. Maybe the wrong angle. I'll try that way. There you go. But
It's
yeah,
reflective.
it is very reflective right here. You see
It's
that?
very nice.
Very nice red. I have the dusty amber version. There it is. You can't see that. Doesn't matter.
Does that mean something in particular?
Yeah, so a lot of these albums have a different version, quote unquote. It's just a different version. It's the same, mostly the same stuff, but the photo cards are different. The
Okay.
disc looks a bit different, and I think the picture book is just the same, I believe. So
Sure.
should be
Yeah.
nothing
Okay.
different about that. All right, gonna
Just
open it
you're
up
kind of
here.
picking your customization.
Yeah, there are two versions, and I bought one because I was broke, but So it comes in like this. Open it up. You open it up with this. I don't care. All right, I nearly took off my ear, so please deal with it. All right, so in here it comes with the disc flap, which no one will use because no one has a CD player in their car or anywhere. It says something cool on the back here. It says, I can't read backwards, but you can read that, maybe.
It's blurry. You might want to read it for us.
All right, okay. It says, "Flames burn the forbidden realm, reveals the unknown in this unforgivable world."
Okay.
Show the disc. Why not? Oh, it's a boring. Oh no, it's not boring. Oh yeah, it looked boring
Oh,
because
it
it was
looks
just
like
this
the
top
album
part.
cover. I
Oh
gotcha. That's cool.
yeah, disc are very cool. All right, let's see what else I can pull out here. I can pull out the stickers. We got stickers here. I used some already, so it doesn't really matter.
Huge.
Stickers. We have a photo card version of the group. and we
Nice.
have the big letter card version of the group.
Huge.
It's almost literally. Let's see, I got a photo card here. So every album comes with one main. In this case, girl. You can get a picture of. There's 5 of them. So you get one of 5, and this is who I got. I got Yunjin. She's actually Korean American, so
Okay.
that's pretty cool. She
Yeah.
speaks American really well, and other
You
stuff.
mean English?
Yes. Oh man. Yeah. They're at the. I don't know if you know this, Larry. You may have seen it on like the socials or whatnot, but they were in LA and watched that Lakers game recently. But
Ooh,
that was pretty cool.
maybe I might have seen that.
They have this cool thing that not the other ones have, but it says flames reveal the unknown, and as you can see, I have my trusty lighter here, right?
Oh, is it interactive?
That's not where. Ah, it's burned my finger. Let me just
No way, it's interactive. That's so cool.
Yeah, I saw this was sick, dude. When I first saw
That's
it,
so awesome.
it's insane. We got a
Uh,
poster. I think it's double sided. No, that was one sided. Okay. Oh yeah, it's the horse.
The horse? Oh, it's a horse.
Yeah, they got the boys in there.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but I love these things, dude. So you get random stuff.
It
Oh,
is
I got
just
my photo
really
card.
random and all over the place.
I mean, it's themed, obviously, and we got the
Yeah,
photo book. We got the photo book with all the girls. Most of you are my friends on Steam, watching. But if you're not, you see this beautiful lady here. She is I am her on Steam. That's really funny.
sure.
Larry pointed that out earlier. He's
I
like, I was
did.
reading the lyrics, right? Man, I saw this name. And I'm like, that's Brian on Steam. I'm like, yes, that was the main point.
I finally put it together.
Yeah,
He did the math.
you did the math. Yeah. And I have I have a lot of other albums here too, so I'll probably be choosing albums I own for the next while,
Yeah, that's
unless I find a good one that I want
sure.
to review. But yeah, I don't know if you've done it yet, Larry, because I can't see your screen. But I know you got.
Yeah, so I did want to bring up just because I didn't even think about this like being even possibly like a segment or part of the show, but a few weeks ago I actually did finally after ordering it quite a while ago, back closer to when the album originally came out, I did order a copy, a vinyl. It's a limited edition, 175 out of 300 in the world, Coke bottle green copy of So Much for Stardust, and it just came in the mail just a few weeks ago. Let's see, get it in frame there. There it is. And then down here in the corner, you can see the 175 out of 300. So yeah, just wanted to show it off really quick. There's nothing like special about it. It has the green vinyl. It doesn't have any special picture books or anything. It's not as cool as yours, but I mean,
But you got a vinyl. I got a disc.
it's a
So
vinyl, and 175 out of only 300 of them in the world. That's pretty cool.
it's great. It's very cool. It's much cooler. In that terms, it's much cooler than mine. But I have specialized cards.
I don't have the. If only I had the Fallout Boy letter card, man. Sorry, it's a shame. Patrick
That's
Stump
the
and Pete Wentz, I'll be waiting for my letter in the mail. Okay,
Yeah, a special Celica as they call it in Korea. It's just a selfie of them on a card or a photo card.
that's all I need.
Oh man. All right. So, um, any closing thoughts, Larry? Any final opinions on the album you wanted to give it before we give our ratings?
Yeah, actually, so like I said, I don't have so very, and this is again like part of the point of the podcast. Very open to all different types of music. Music is just something I enjoy. It's something like even when I'm working, just passively on my computer, just nonchalantly doing whatever. I just have music on almost all the time. If I'm walking somewhere, if I'm working out, if I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Music's in my ears, and the album, like I said, it's not necessarily what I would choose in if I had my choice for music, but listening to it for the purpose of the podcast, a few songs did end up on my saved list. Um, So, obviously I did enjoy it. A lot of fun with the album. There's the ups, there's the downs. The lyrics in some places hit really hard. Um, Another thing I do really appreciate is it was 13 songs, which, if I'm not mistaken, same length as So Much for Stardust that we covered last week, but it was almost 10 minutes shorter. And I,
Yeah.
I do enjoy, on occasion, the fast paced album that kind of, over in like 35, 40 minutes. So
Hmm.
it's nice. It's nice. It's something that I think I could definitely go back to and listen to in the future.
I love to hear that. You know. Oh yeah, don't know, right? Usually you recommend a song to someone, they're like, they'll listen to it, like, oh yeah, it was pretty good, or oh yeah, it was pretty bad. You see, it's a different story when you're like, all right, here's this album, right? I want you to listen to it. When you don't really listen to music, go listen to it, and then I have to wait to hear your opinion when we record.
Yeah, so the just because like the way we do this is Brian gave me the album this week, I believe on Wednesday night, and I listened to it Thursday. I told him I listened to it, but I did not tell him a single word. Didn't tell him if I liked this or if I liked that. We just keep it, silent. I let him know I listened to it, and we're going to be recording today's Saturday, and then the video goes live on Monday in a couple days. But we don't share any information beforehand because it's kind of like we're both experiencing it together at the same time in a way, if that makes sense.
Should. I mean, it's like, what is it? It's kind of similar to like, let's say, I will say something in your realm, right? Let's say the CS major is going on right now, right? And a big game is going on, right? You don't have time
Sure.
to watch it live, right? But your friend also didn't see it live, so it's like you both watch
Sure.
it
Oh,
together
I
at the
see what
same
you're
time
saying.
to see
Yeah,
what
yeah.
happens. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? I do it with League games all the time
Yeah.
because Worlds is currently in Korea, and well, I'm not staying up till 3 a.m. to watch a game,
Sure.
quite frankly. So yeah, that's that's understandable, you know.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I route I have, I guess. I mean, it could be the same thing anyway. Well, same as what I wanted to say. So these guys, Lee Seraphim, these guys, Lee Seraphim debuted in I believe they debuted in 2021. Let me check their first album. 2021 sounds about right. Was with Fearless. 2022. I lied. All right, 2022. So they're like a year old,
Okay.
nearly 2 years old now, and I've been following them ever since they came out or debuted. Jesus, I can't speak right. But I've been following them since their debut, and well, when this album came out, I was very very excited because K-pop. I mean, I'll explain it easily. K-pop groups, they don't really release like full studio albums all the time,
Mhm.
which is why like was it? That's why you'll see like, hey, for example, right? Lee Seraphim came out with Unforgiven in this year. Okay, it dropped in May, and then they dropped a new song for Overwatch in October. Yeah, that's a
Okay.
bad example. Uh, I mean, yeah. So usually these K-pop groups would drop singles and EPs, which is what most of their songs are, and then the album will be like a whole collection of them with a bonus like 3 or 4 songs.
Yeah.
So, which is like that's why like there's never really a quote unquote drought when you're listening to your favorite artist, unless you're listening to like I'll just call them out Blackpink, dude. The last time a Blackpink album came out, between that time to the newest one, I was like, oh, dude, there's nothing to do. Can't listen to Blackpink. But yeah, so they usually drop singles and EPs, and then when they drop an album, it's like those singles and EPs compiled plus like
Yeah.
4 bonus songs, which is awesome. You get new music and old music, which are bangers. So
Yeah, and then they compile it all into one place.
yeah, so it was literally impossible for me not to like just put
Sure.
the album on. I'm like, wow, all their songs are on here, or all their debut song plus whatever to now. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean, so did we want to give them a rating?
oh, of course,
So I guess I'll go first as, the new listener here.
yeah.
Um,
I want to hear your rating here.
and I'm basing it off of, the K-pop music I've heard in the past, and the whole feel of the album, altogether. I would say probably as a new listener, probably like a 7.5, maybe pushing towards a little closer to an 8. It was definitely a lot of fun, and like I said, definitely something I could go back and listen to at some point. Just offhandedly.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty fair rating there, my guy. I don't know. I mean, you want to hear the most biased rating in the world?
Oh, let's hear it.
I'll give it a 10.
Hey, there it is. It's a
I
10.
mean, the first 10, and it's obviously, I mean,
It's not a mutual 10. That
yeah,
is
like,
something that
but
I don't know if we'll ever see.
it'd be really hard to see us. I mean, like, you might give us like an old ass song that we both really like, maybe, but
um, but you know, eh, there's nothing wrong with giving an album that you really like a 10. Nothing wrong with it. If you
yeah,
see it as a perfect album, it's a perfect album.
in my personal opinion, this is like, I mean, they've never dropped an album, and I've liked three, like, let's see, they had two singles. They had two singles, and I've liked two out of two singles, and then they compiled it with another good song.
Hmm.
Well, you did you put it as your least favorite if you had to choose, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, they have other bangers on there anyway. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I personally think as my favorite group, one of my favorite groups at least, 10 out of 10 for an album.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
All right. Oh, any other thoughts?
Um,
Questions? Answers?
no, I have nothing. So go ahead.
All right. Well, if you guys never heard of SSERAFIM, I highly recommend go check them out. They make some really good music, in my opinion. You play Overwatch 2. They just made a collab with them, so you can go listen to that. There's a
Maybe
good
you've
plug.
already heard it and you didn't know.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know they listen to a K-pop song because it's in English. Like they sing in English.
Sure.
Uh, it's not a sure, it's a yes. But
I mean, yeah.
yeah. If you yeah, but if you've listened to this album before, what'd you rate it? What's your favorite song? Maybe rematch. Maybe you also gave it a 10, or you matched with Larry, you gave it pushing an 8, or you could be
Maybe you're a big hater.
you're a big hater of Lee Seraphin, right? And if so, please give him a second chance. Anyway, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys the next week. Adios.
Bye, guys.